Hello YouTube and welcome to another MikroTik tutorial. So in this video I'm going to show you how to secure your MikroTik router. So are you ready? Let's get started. So first thing first, let's begin by actually viewing our network diagram and explain the situation here, okay? So as you have seen on my last video, I showed you how to connect your LAN network to the internet, okay? So actually here our MikroTik router is facing the internet, and as you can see here on the picture, there are many bots that are actually programs on the internet that are trying to scan for known services or known ports for devices on the internet, okay? But there are also some hackers and attackers that try to get access to your router using different methods, like for example SSH brute force or denial of service attacks, okay? So all those things, you actually have to provide a way to protect, to make your MikroTik router more secure against all these attempts or attacks. Okay, so in this video I'll show you how you can do that. Okay, so let's move on to our Winbox program, which is the main program in order to actually manage your MikroTik router here. Okay, so let's begin. So this is our Winbox here. So as you can see, this is the Winbox program that we use to manage your MikroTik router. And here you see, if I open for example here the terminal, you can see different alerts that are displaying on the terminal. So all those are actually attempts to log in to our MikroTik router. So here they are using API in order to access actually our MikroTik router. So those can be actually attackers or just bots that scan the internet from different locations. And here you see the actually IP address from where it attempt to access our MikroTik router. So it can be via API services or SSH or Telnet or even Winbox protocol. And here you see the different usernames that are used. So mainly they use some very famous logins username like admin, root, or here as you can see different something like Telnet. Okay, so the first thing to protect actually your MikroTik router is to always install the latest RouterOS packages. Okay, so in order to do that, pretty easy, pretty simple. In your Winbox you have to go to your system, okay, and packages, okay, and here you can see the version that I am using now. It's version 7.20.7, which is long-term actually support version. Okay, so for you, all you have to do is actually to check always for updates. Okay, so for example, if you want to install from the stable channel, here you can see the version that is installed and the latest version. So here you have to download and install, and of course it will be applied patches or actually fixes to your RouterOS. But me, I'm using actually not the stable channel but a long-term one. Okay, so here you can see that the installed version is the same as the latest version, so which is good for me. So I don't need to install any upgrade to this version. But for you, you have always to check for updates, and if an update appears, you have to install it right away. Okay, so this is the first measure that you have to keep in mind. Okay, so let me get rid of this window here. Okay, another thing that you have to actually also try to pay attention to is the services that you are running. So here, as I told you, I get some logins from service API. Okay, so all you have to do now is to disable the services that you are not using. Okay, so in order to do that, it's pretty easy. Also, you got to go to the IP menu here and also go to the services. Okay, so here you can see a bunch of services that are enabled by default. Okay, so you have to disable all the services that you are not using. So for example, for me, I don't use Telnet, so I will click on it and I will disable it. FTP also, I don't need it, I will disable it. Web access, I don't need it, so I will disable it. SSH also access, I don't need it, so I will disable it. Okay, so the API, that's what you see on the terminal. So if I disable this API, I will not get any attempt to use it to log in to my router. Okay, so I will just keep the win box that will actually I'm using every day in order to manage my router. Also API SSL. Okay, so those are all the services that I have disabled. And let's say that you want to keep a service. For example, let me say that I want to use SSH, so you can use it, but you have better solution if you want to keep it is to change the port. So don't use the default port. So for example, here we all know that SSH use port 2022, so you can change it, for example, for something 2023. Okay, and also don't make it available from anywhere, especially from the internet. Just keep it available from your local area network or IP address that you trust. So for example, if I want to just make it available from our LAN, I will here enter the network that I am using, the LAN network that I'm using, which is, as you have seen of the previous video, is 20.0/24. Okay, so keep that in mind. You should always allow it from the network that you trust. Okay, so if I apply that, you can see here that SSH now it's disabled, but if I enable it, it will be accessible via a different port here, 2022 and 2023. Okay, and also available from special network. So me, for example, I only use Winbox, so I didn't change the port, so I can do that, but I only allow it from this network. Okay, and those are my local area networks. So never expose your administration actually router access from the internet actually. So keep that in mind in every firewall, to never expose your administration services to the internet. Keep it available just from the IP addresses that you know, that you trust, and also from your local network. Okay, so this is the best thing to do. So now I will never get this login failure using the API services, because simply I disabled the API service here using this service list. Okay, another measure that you can take in order to protect your MikroTik router is to change the default admin user. So if you go, for example, to the system here and users, you can see that for the users, by default the username is called admin, and we all know that the admin is a very known actually username that is used. And here on the console you can see that the previous attempts to access actually my router via the API are using this username, which is admin. So you should actually rename it or make another one. Okay, and also make it only available from your local area network or trusted IP addresses, and not from the internet. Okay, so here I will just get rid of this username. So I will just create here another username. So for example, I will create a new one. So here I can make whatever name I want. So I will create it, for example, Aminos here. I will give it full access, and here I will enter strong password. So always use strong password with special characters, and do not use something very known like 123, for example. Okay, so I will here enter a password so you can make it even stronger than this one. Okay, and here I have created this user Aminos with this full access to my router, and also load address. I will enter here the range or the network that I am using here on my LAN in order to allow just access using this network here. Okay, so actually I have two, so I will enter them here. Okay, so now that I have created this username, okay, now I can just log out and log in using this new username just for testing purposes. So I will disconnect here and I will use the other username and I will connect. So I kept actually the default username that I was, the default actually password, okay, but the default username was admin, now it's aminos. So now as you can see I am in, so now I can get rid of the old default username which is admin. So I will just clip it and I will remove it, and from now on I will just use this aminos, and even the attacker will not use it because this aminos is not very famous. The most famous one are admin or administrator or root. Those are the one that is known for attackers. So here I made an extra layer for security to protect my actually MikroTik router. Okay, and also another measure that you can take is to disable what we call discovering protocols. Okay, so I will show you how. So if you go to the IP menu once again and search for neighbors, you can see that my MikroTik router has detected a switch connected to my router via protocol LLDP. So here it has detected that actually there is a 40 switch connected to my router. So for measure of security you should disable these discovery protocols. So if you go to discovery settings here, you can see that here on this interface, or the interface static, so we have, you can enable that on all interfaces actually, or for dynamic ones, okay, like the one connected to your internet for example. So here for the static, those services are enabled. CDP, which stands for Cisco Discovery Protocol, used most of the time by Cisco devices. There is also LLDP and MNDP. Okay, so it's better to disable this protocol for all the interfaces. So because this protocol can be used in order to get access to your router, so it's better to select all interfaces and disable those protocol. So from on now, anyone using this protocol to discover your router will not get access to your router. Okay, so it's also good measure to secure your actually MikroTik router. Okay, and finally, but this is a huge subject, you must implement what we call firewall rules in order to protect your actually router. So if you go to your IP menu and go to the firewalls, so if you go to the firewall rules, so here you must implement different rules in order to actually drop traffic gaining access to your router. But this is a huge subject, so I will just make a video specially talking about firewall rules. But for me, all what I have told you before are the main thing that you must first do in order to protect your MikroTik routers from attackers. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment on the description below, so I will respond to all your questions, of course. So as always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.